Let's say good morning now and welcome to talkRadio once again to Jasmine Birtles from moneymagpie.com. Hello, Jasmine.
Hello there.
So we've had the Chancellor's Speech this morning. He's doing his best to reassure us. He told us that despite what he said last Monday, there had been contingency plans made. There's £250 billion available to Mark Carney, Governor of the Bank of England, to try and kind of calm things down a bit. What do you make of the fallout so far from the EU referendum vote?
Well, in many ways, it's not a surprise, although, every day does bring surprises. Everybody knew, both sides knew, that if there was going to be a vote for Brexit, then there was going to be a whole load of uncertainty. And, the first few weeks, at least, are going to be full of the most uncertainty. But I think, we all said that for the first, even more than that, probably the first 2 years, there's going to be ups and downs. There's got to be a lot decided. There's got to be a lot of ties to be cut as well, and a lot of decisions to be made. And markets don't like that. Investors don't like that. Businesses don't like that. Or any uncertainty sets the businesses, anything to do with money, into a downward spiral, at least for a short time.
I mean, maybe it's too political to have thought about it at the time. Maybe they wouldn't have compromised. But I do wonder in retrospect why Vote Leave and Remain did not get together and be grown up and just say, look, if it is a vote about leaving the EU, let's agree on what we'll say now between the two of us about what our contingency plan is, the kind of timetable at the very least.
Yeah, it's a good point. Well, I mean, I think, as you say, the key element there is the being grown up, really. Sadly, quite a lot of this has been about people's personal careers and their personal differences. I think there's been too much of that and not enough of thinking about the world, the country and the world as a whole. I agree. If they could have come up with some sort of contingency plan, and as you say, neither of them really seem to have done. That's what came out over the weekend. Then we would have had a lot less uncertainty, and today would be less up and down than it's, I think, going to be.
Now, we heard from the Chancellor last Monday, before the referendum, of course, and he said then that there had been no planning by the Treasury. Now, some people, me in particular, found that hard to swallow, because, of course, you kind of think the Ministry of Defence plays war games, the Home Office will go through kind of counter-terrorism initiatives and rehearse these things. So, of course, the Treasury would have done that. The Chancellor said that last Monday, and then Friday morning, out comes Mark Carney, who said, of course, we've had chats with Treasury officials, and this is what we'll do, and everything's going to be fine and dandy, and I've got all this money which we can prop up the pound with. So it does seem as if, at the very least, George Osborne's credibility has taken a battering over this.
Yeah, I think George Osborne's credibility has taken a battering over a few things, including the last budget. And I think that's one of the reasons why he's kept a bit quiet here. I mean, apart from the fact that he was very much in the Leave campaign